I think a good game design has a good mixture of both easy and hard shots, easy to follow, lots of shot flow. It's got to give you that feeling that you accomplished something always. So that's how I approach any design.
No way.
So this is Avengers Infinity Quest Pinball, where we take the comic book universe and turn it into the ultimate pinball experience.
So the story is basically the Black Order has gone through time and collected the gems, but they haven't reached Thanos yet. So Doctor Strange is sending all the Avengers back in time to battle the Black Order to get those gems back.
I want you to bring back that gem.
Let's get him, team.
It's just a really great union of both layout and rules and pinball moments that all comes together in an amazing package.
You look at this and you can go, it's a Keith game from a mile away.
This is Team Elwin's third game at Stern Pinball.
Harrison Drake is our lead mechanical engineer.
I'd never touched a pinball machine before I started working here.
Our head programmer is Rick Nagel. The guy's a ninja.
We work a little different than the other teams in that he will design the rule set as well as the playfield layout.
Our support programmer, Raymond, who also helped me with some of the rules.
I'm able to just come up with rules that I like and hope other people like them as well.
And of course, Zombie Yeti, Jeremy Packer on art.
I'm aiming to be the Keith Elwin of art. That is
For Asgard!
The obvious answer was Iron Man, because I'm the engineer, but I kind of like the character of Thor, kind of a little sarcastic, so I'll say Thor, but I'm sure everyone else said Iron Man.
If he doesn't say Iron Man, he's lying.
It's the stereotype.
Captain America, I suppose.
what I liked in the beginning versus what I liked in the end is a little bit different. Right now, I'd say Hulk is up there.
I'm a nerd, so I'd have to say Iron Man.
Doctor Strange, because I got the little Doctor Strange going on, look here.
Probably Doctor Strange. Very even-tempered and relaxed and go with the flow.
If it's not fun, it's not pinball, right? So we built some really low-res, quick, dirty, hack-together versions of games just to get the shots down, the flow down, figure out where mechs need to go, get something that we want to play, even if it is just literally a piece of wood in a box.
My favorite part of the game design is building the first whitewood based on the CAD I've been working on for usually a couple months before that. We'll do a one-to-one printout. We'll assemble it by hand, we'll shoot it, and it's like, oh, this works great, or no, this sucks, I need to redo this. So. This game was designed around the Doctor Strange sling ring, a spinning disc mech that I've wanted to do for a couple games now, and I thought it would fit perfectly into this game due to how Doctor Strange uses his magic portal.
This was something Keith really wanted to nail and make one of the best, fastest spinning playfield spinners that pinball's ever seen. This is the kinetically satisfying thing we had to iterate on this game.
The layout, I was going for more of traditional shot angles than I have in my previous games. So I wanted to make an upper left flipper game, much more integrated into the game as far as things to shoot.
The gauntlet ramp, first whitewood, we threw the thing on there just messing around, and you could hit it repeatedly and loop it from the upper flipper. So we kind of accidentally created this self-looping upper flipper ramp shot.
The metal ramps and the steepness of the ramps in the back opened up a ton of space to add other shots and other things to go for.
Vertical ramp, Keith really wanted a shot in this spot, but with the pop bumpers being right there, we didn't know what to do with it. We basically looked at it and said, let's just take where the shot would normally go and kind of just bend it up out of the playfield into the vertical ramp it is now. The next step was, we yanked a magnet out of a T-Rex mechanism, stuck it right on the end there. And on the first shot, it went right up there, stuck to the magnet, got a nice pause, and we're like, we're doing this. The rules for the Hawkeye Challenge is a perfect fit for that type of mechanism with the countdown, the drop, and then setting up those shots.
Hawkeye Challenge. Get ready.
I think people are excited to see what the Captain Marvel ramp does. Because when you look at that, it just looks so different. And it's like, man, what does that do? I want to shoot that.
The Captain Marvel loop ramp, Keith found an old ramp in the back, took a Jurassic Park half pipe ramp, cut the top off, opened it up like a can, stuck the ramp in. So it's off your flipper, up the ramp, into the wire form, turn around and come right back to the flipper.
I have to pitch everything to Gary and sell him on it, and if it has anything to do with a retro vibe, he's for it. The Subway ball lock feature is a throwback to Flight 2000, Gary Stern's favorite game from the 80s. It can actually lock 3 balls and step them through all of the relatively simple mechanics.
We have a visual subway. We know roughly it's got to come out near the flipper. How do you get in there? And the obvious thing was, we got this big disc hole in the playfield. Let's use it for something else. So I kind of whipped up this version of the mech so you could shoot down through that hole that already existed in the playfield.
You access the portal through the Doctor Strange disc on the Premium and LE. You spin the disc, you spell Strange, it pops up. You shoot it into the subway. It's got some RGB light shows down there. It can hold the balls or it can pass them through. And Gary loved it because it harkens back to his favorite classic Stern game.
So Keith has an outline of all his rules that basically he breaks down into little tasks. Like code this one mode. It should have this progression of shots. It should, give you somewhere in the ballpark of this many points.
It's a great resource for Raymond to be on the team with Keith because they're both high competitive players. You pair that with my technical knowledge and me architecting the game, I think it's a great combination.
The bread and butter of the game. It's the whole goal where you go in Doctor Strange's portal and get sent to recover a gem.
Hulk, get the power gem.
And so you're fighting against someone for this gem.
Doctor needs stone. Hulk here for stone.
Once you win the gem quest, now you got to decide, what do I do with this gem?
Entrust an Avenger with the power gem.
So there's 6 gems in the game. Each one has its own special power. Like the reality gem will do multipliers. The power gem will allow you to keep your Avenger powered up.
It's another level of strategy is not only what gems you get, but where they are.
That was a good idea to have each shot represent a character. You're shooting shots, you're collecting Avengers. You want to collect all the Avengers and do something exciting. So you get this cool wizard mode called the Soul Gem.
The flip mode is the Soul Gem mode. There's 8 shots and you have 30 flips. Every time you hit a flipper switch, it's subtracting a flip. But if you drain, you get the ball back. It just takes flips away from you. Once you get to 0 flips, the mode ends.
It's kind of like a different mindset for how you normally play pinball.
You want to take your time because every missed shot means more flips you're going to need. Things can go wrong pretty fast, as anyone who's played it can tell you. You're down to your last flip and you hit a shot and then it adds some more flips. And so now you've got just these few flips left and you hit another shot and adds more flips, and it snowballs into this really fun, exciting mode.
Our guys basically really kind of jumped in with both feet to come up with a look that we haven't done before. We had to animate everything and come up with a style, and the look we wanted to convey was comic book pages come to life. It looks like we did a lot more animation than we did, like a Hulk animation, which was just 2 frames provided by Marvel. It looks like he's actually animating. We hit a lot of things with particles and effects and explosions and background stuff, which is also credit to the art team. We tend to try to convey a lot of information to players, and generally they're looking at the playfield. We're standardizing the interface. A lot of it's based on feedback from players. You want to have your scores at the bottom screen so you're not looking up too far from the playfield. The rest of the UI frame is catered to the game.
Mystery.
So this is my second game working with Jeremy Packer, aka Zombie Yeti. I think we have a pretty good relationship. We both enjoy dad jokes and discussing art.
I remember when Keith first showed me this, he's like, listen, I left this entire area down here open for you. You can put all kinds of stuff down there. And then I'm like, oh, crap. I have to have 20 characters, so that seems like an easy one. But I try to put a lot of thought and time into what I'm going to do with each of those characters. I'm creating everything from scratch, like my version of it. I really had fun drawing Thanos, probably more than anything. Only because he is just a big brute of a thing. But then I got to, do the Black Order folks, and they're interesting in and of themselves. This is a comic book game. It's not based on the movies, and that's why you have sort of the panel framing elements. I like to kind of put in the broad strokes and figure out shot paths, and I knew I was going to have the Hulk shot here, and I wanted to do the hackneyed transformation because, well, I've never had a chance to do it, so why not?
It's just a monster game. It's like huge.
You want to keep hitting the start button over and over again on this game.
I think as we go, everything's getting a little bit more polished in the game.
It's a different perspective and take on what games can be and what they should be.
Hope they like it.
You should be grateful to meet an end by my hand.
This game has a lot of kinetic satisfaction. Trademark.
The story of the universe has reached its conclusion.